In 2007, my parents entered the modern age of computing with two distinct computers. One of them was an HP desktop, a compact Presario of some sort, that had an AMD Radeon X2 4450E in it, 3GB of RAM, and a terrible NVIDIA chipset in it. That was a decent desktop for its time, but more importantly, they also bought a laptop. They bought a Toshiba Satellite L305D-S5895, or S5895, my fault, with an AMD Turion X2 TL60. Those were pretty common. An ATI Radeon Xpress X1250 chipset GPU, and 3GB of RAM, which was pretty stellar for the time, especially for a laptop. A lot of laptops of this era were shipping with 2GB, and that was actually fine for Vista and even XP, because you still had XP laptops coming out at that point. That one had Vista, and it was actually really enjoyable. This is a later Vista laptop, and the sticker might give away what this has already, but this is a Toshiba Satellite L305D-S5934, I think it is. Let's check the sticker below. Yeah, 5934. I can't believe I got that right. Someone tore off part of the COA, but not enough, because I can still see the product key. If anyone wants the Vista product key, there you go. Ta-da! There's millions of them on the internet anyways, so it doesn't matter that much. This looks a lot like that laptop. However, there's a few different differences that set this apart. While the old 5895 was more oriented towards media and entertainment, this one's just more of a general purpose laptop. For one, it gets rid of I think the line input in particular. This has a microphone input, which is very handy, and of course a headphone input, but it doesn't have the line input that I remember that having. It has the little multi-card reader, which is always nice, and the on and off switch for Wi-Fi. Toshiba laptops typically have that. The lone USB port with a DVD writer, which is always nice, and it can even do RW discs, which is very nice. Go to the other side, have a VGA port, an Ethernet port, and a couple USB ports. One of them is messed up, unfortunately, but that's fine. I don't need that many. And then, interesting enough, this particular laptop also has a modem. I don't know why. Unfortunately, unlike older versions of this laptop, like the aforementioned S5895, this does not have a TV out, which would support S-video or sometimes even component video on laptops. This one only has the VGA out, which is kind of crappy. I would love to get some direct footage, but I don't really want to go through the pain of setting up a VGA capture on my computer. I can do it, I just don't want to, and I think that's understandable enough. But here it is. See the badging, AMD Turion X2. This would have been the later badging that they would have used around the 65nm era, when they were branding everything as just X2 if it was a dual core. So they dropped the 64 by this point. Everything was 64-bit. A newer ATI Radeon graphics sticker, Wi-Fi certified, I really hope so by this point, and a Windows Vista badge. As I said, this would have came with Home Premium. This does not have Windows Vista on it. I've shown off Vista enough times already, so I decided, let's do something I actually haven't done beforehand. Let me get this camera straight. God knows I'm not. And let me turn off the light. Much better. Let's turn this on. If I can remember where the power button is. I have a disc in here. That doesn't matter that much. F2. I hope I'm pressing F2. There we go. Oh, wow. Let's see. Yeah. As you can see, this has an AMD Turion X2 RM-70. Very basic. The lowest end of Turions you could have gotten from this era. It's not as fast as a Core 2 Duo, I know that, but you couldn't really find Core 2 Duo laptops that easily with an ATI chipset, and God forbid you tried to game on anything with an Intel GMA 950 or X3100 or 3150, anything like that. You could reasonably get away with it on an M4500 or 4500 MHD, that's what it was, and Even the 4700 MHD, those were decent. 2 gigabytes of RAM, as you can see, DVD RAM drive apparently. The time is correct because I set it as such. Actually, I think this is about a couple seconds behind, but whatever. SATA controller mode. This is crucial for getting Windows XP working sometimes. I was trying out an older Toshiba laptop with a Pentium dual core, and I could not get XP installed on there. Matter of fact, I couldn't get Vista installed on there. It just did not like the SSD I had in it. Nothing really interesting otherwise. As you can see, HPS 700 SSD. But let's exit and let's get into Windows. Yeah, even the splash screen has the little Turion badge. Although Toshiba liked to do that. They really enjoyed doing that for some reason. God, the viewing angles on here look weird. Windows XP, that's not entirely true, as you'll find out in a couple of seconds. Okay, let's get this focused and better. Yep, this has Windows Embedded POS Ready 2009 on it. I was kind of debating on what operating system I wanted to install on this. I originally had another SSD in here with Windows Thin PC, and while that was totally acceptable, I also knew I wasn't going to do anything with this that needed Windows 7 at all. I didn't really want to install Vista on this. I have too many Vista laptops as it is. So I was like, you know what, let's give Windows Embedded a try. I've already tried out Windows Fundamentals for legacy PCs on one of my desktops, or actually a couple of them at this point. So this is a slight change. It's a little nicer. So there's that. Unfortunately, what's not nice is that the speakers are blown out on this. If I can get a sample, I will in a little bit, but let me show you what GPU this has. I may have said already. Yeah, it has an ATI Radeon 3100, so it has an AMD chipset in here. Very preferable compared to the NVIDIA ones, at least in my personal opinion. I honestly just prefer messing with AMD's hardware of this era. It can be a headache, but it's not as much of a headache to me. I'm used to it. It's whatever. But let's start by trying to play Team Fortress 2. It's not going to run very well, but that's fine. This is pretty meager hardware, really. And Team Fortress 2 likes its cache. With 1 megabyte of total L2 cache, this does not have a lot of it, so you're kind of stuck with... Yeah, we'll play orange. Give this the best chance it has. And I should give myself the best chance I have of seeing this screen and being able to actually play it. There we go. Much better. Let's go Pyro. Alright, let's add some bots. Uh-oh, I think I turned on caps lock. Yes, I did. Let's add 16 of these bots. I want to do something a little more scripted at some point, but it's not today. I have a video in the works concerning my old HP desktop that I showed off a couple months back. But as I said, that's not going to happen right this second. It will happen soon though, because I just need to find time to benchmark it properly and to, frankly, install the parts I want to replace in it. Oh wow, that sensitivity is rough. But as you can see, it's not running particularly great. Goodbye. This is much harder to play with a mouse pad than you would think. Trust me. I'm used to playing Team Fortress 2 on crappy hardware at this point. I'm just not used to playing it with a trackpad or touchpad. Okay then. I think we have an idea of how this runs. Goodbye, Pyro. I love how I have an expensive backpack on my real TF2 account, and here I am playing an old version because I don't feel like trying to get Steam installed on this. Yeah, that's good enough for this video. Let's try Flat Out 2. I remember it not being so disappointing on this. We'll even try native resolution. I don't remember how this runs, actually. No post-processing, no triple buffering. 16 by 10. Blah, blah. Good enough for me. It's actually been a little while since I've done a video overall. I've been really busy lately, and I've been tired lately. Work does not help at all with that, and let's get this turned down. Come on, there we go. Ta-da! Alright, we are not having very high textures. Miles per hour. I can understand metric, I just don't feel like it right now. Trust me, that's the most honesty you'll ever get from any American about that. We'll understand it, we just don't care enough to want to understand it 24/7 sometimes. But that's a rant for another day. There we go. Well, this... Oh, this is actually... Oh, no, I spoke too soon. I could lower the resolution and have a good experience at least. Aw, poor thing. Oh, that's rough. Those frame drops are really rough. Oh, my poor Flatmobile. I'm almost down myself. I haven't even gotten hit by anyone. I just took a lot of damage trying to hit people. Poor thing. Okay. Oh, I lost a wheel. Hopefully the Joker won't get away. Okay, I keep hitting people. Let's see if I can get a sample of the speakers sucking here, actually. Let's try another derby here. Oh, well, there you go. I think you can hear it much better now. Oh, well, that didn't take very long. Okay, yeah, that cracking is getting annoying. There we go, it's much better. Yeah, even compared, this is much better compared to a GeForce 6150 SC, which was running like this at the lowest settings at 512 by 384. We're playing with more than double the pixels. Oh my god. And it's running slightly better than that, so I'll take this. Let's exit. It's good enough for me, and what we do have is Nicktoons Racing. Why I'm going to demonstrate this on this laptop, I have no idea. This was much more at home on a laptop or desktop with Windows ME than it is on a laptop that can run Windows 7 competently. Oh no, let's go back. I don't remember how you play this game. Define keys. God, it's awful. I can't even change the volume in game. Backspace. Those are some really unintuitive controls. Like, I get what they were trying to go for. Okay. Let's see how long it takes me to quit this race. I'm not that good at this on PC. It runs really good. I would really hope so, though, because it ran decently in software mode on an old Celeron. I'd be really disappointed if it couldn't run good on this. Try linear texture filtering, which is always nice. Why is it backspace? That is so unintuitive. What the hell? How are you supposed to play this when you hit backspace, though? Oh God, I cannot do that. That is so awkward. Who thought of that control scheme? And why are they allowed to live? I was going to demonstrate Foobar 2000 on this, but as I said, audio just sounds terrible on here. Hope I can give a demonstration. High quality, very high quality. Yeah, I don't have that much else to say about this laptop. This very much reminds me of an old childhood laptop. It even has crappy media keys on the top, which I appreciate. And I think that will really do it for this video. I just don't have that much to say about this laptop. It's an old Turion laptop. Oh God, that sounds horrible. With blown out speakers and a slightly better GPU than most of them. You aren't dealing with old DirectX 9 class hardware in this. You're dealing with old DirectX 10 class hardware in this. And that's something that doesn't entirely go unappreciated in this laptop, at least. So I think that will do it for this. I will see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed this.